In this video, I'm going to show you how to download VS Code for your Mac. And there is a cord in my keyboard, but I'm going to have to deal with it. I had it installed on my computer already, but I uninstalled it to make this tutorial. So this is what I would do to install Visual Studio Code. So I'm just going to look up Visual Studio Code, Mac, download Visual, yep, let's go there, first one. And then we're going to press this one, which is the one on the right. Okay, so we click on the zip file on the bottom left. It's unpacking it. And this is Visual Studio Code. Is that it? I double click that. So what I would do actually is just open a new window in the Explorer by pressing Command N, and then go to Applications right here and just drag it in. So it's now part of your application suite. Then let's see if it's working. Double click. And that's it. I've installed Visual Studio Code. So there's some cool stuff that you can do with this. So let me just show you how I use Visual Studio Code. So let's say I want to open a project in Visual Studio Code. So what I would do, I would navigate. I'm going to show you two ways how to do this, but I'm using Bash. So this is how you do it in Bash and or terminal. So navigate to wherever you want to open. So wherever your code base is or wherever your files live. So I have a application that I'm making. It's called Soccer NYC. And to open this folder in Visual Studio Code, you just do code, period. And then you'll see it. Voila, you'll see all your files under this directory open up. So I'm just gonna show you how it actually looks in the Finder. If you go, I think I put it in coding, apps, Soccer NYC. So all these files on the right, as you can see over here, they are all now open in Visual Studio Code. So for example, you'll see package.json over here on the left side. It's right here on the right side. So basically, I just opened the folder inside of Visual Studio Code. So that's one way to do it. Another way to open up your files in Visual Studio Code is you can just simply just double click Visual Studio Code. It'll just open up. I think it actually opens up your last session. I'm not sure. It still does it. How do I close this? Close folder? All right, so I think that so pressing close folder closes that folder. So it's not referencing that anymore. So that was the way to do it through the terminal /bash. I'm going to show you how to do it by using the Finder. So again, this is our Soccer NYC application. So this is where all of our files live. So all you got to do is highlight or drag it and you'll see it all open. So that's the second way to do this. Really pick whatever method you want, but this is how you get your project to open in Visual Studio Code. There's also other ways to do it. So we probably want to close this folder again. I'm gonna show you a third way to open something or open up your files. I'm pretty sure what you can do, you can either open recent. So if I click on that, the first option, it's gonna open that, whatever I just opened. Or you can just press open ... navigate to whatever folder you want. So let's go somewhere else. Let's find another coding thing that I did at some point. So I have a thing called FizzBuzz.js. So if I click on that and press open, again, it'll just open it. So some cool things you can do within Visual Studio Code. I'm going to show you that right now. Again, I'm going to open up my project using the terminal. So we are in the Soccer NYC directory. So if I do code period, it'll open it in a new window. So some cool things you can do. I'm going to close it actually and just show you how. So imagine you have a blank screen like I do here. If you go down to the bottom left, you'll see these two, there's an X and an exclamation mark. So if you click on that, you'll open up in like another window on the bottom. I actually discovered this myself by accident and I was like, oh, this is cool. So if you press on terminal, this is another terminal that you can use alongside this terminal. So if in the future you ever have multiple things running that you need running at the same time, you just need to use different terminals. You can do it like this. So that's how I use Visual Studio Code. I hope you can customize it yourself because Visual Studio Code, you can do a lot of things. So for instance, you can search extensions in the marketplace. So there's a lot of stuff in here that you can download to customize however you want this to look, whatever you want it to do. Oh look, material icon theme. Oh look, this is actually a good one. So this will actually give you a lot of icons. So if you can see, there's a JavaScript icon right there, and that you can see it being used right here. So there's a lot of cool stuff to download in the extensions marketplace to make your VS Code more customized and feel more personal. So basically, in a nutshell, VS Code is very powerful. It's very customizable to however you want to use it. You can do a lot of things like download icons, change the color of your entire screen. Let me show you that. I'm gonna open this file. How do I change a theme? I don't even know. So if I go to color theme, do I know which one I have installed right now? Because I actually like this. Is it Material Theme Ocean? Please tell me it is. So right now I have a theme called Material Theme Ocean, and I guess that's the one I have right now. So if I press on Atom 1 Dark, it'll just change that. So basically, there's a whole library of different colors, themes, customizable icons, all that cool stuff. So let me show you something cool. There's a thing called user snippets that you can actually customize yourself. So I'm going to show you like a user snippet that I made a while ago to combat this, or not combat it, just make it a lot quicker and easier. I mean, I don't use it anymore because I've already not memorized. I've just written it out so many times that I don't need to actually use this. So if I go to React, click on JavaScript React. So let's say you want to make a component. I have a snippet called rcom, which means React component. Oh look, it shows you a window of what it would actually do. That's sick. Didn't know that. So I press on rcom, then press enter. This is like a template. So let's imagine this is called app. And look, you're done. So instead of writing this entire thing out, it just made it for me. So I think I also have another thing called React import. I mean, this is kind of useless. Not useless, but it's cool. So it just literally makes this line a lot easier to write instead of having to like write import React component from React. I can just do thisrimp. And look, it did that. Another one I made is rcon, and you guessed it, it's the constructor. So if I write out rcon, it'll do all that, and then it'll just land you in this dot state. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's cool. So like if I normally write it out, I have to do constructor props and super props and this dot state equals blah 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 blah. But we live in a new age now, so time is everything. So rcon, there you go, same exact thing. Just demonstrating the power of Visual Studio Code. You can basically do anything. Well, I don't want to say anything because I'm still discovering all the capabilities of Visual Studio Code. So hope this video was helpful. Hope you installed it correctly in your Mac. We downloaded it. We downloaded VS Code from the internet. I did a Google search. Moved it to the application folder. I showed you how to open it in Terminal. I showed you how to open a project in Terminal using Visual Studio Code, and also show you how to open that same folder not using Terminal. So hopefully this will get you on the path of glory, so you can make your cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing whatever you guys make. So yeah, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like it.